So I just thought I'd make a quick video of this whole situation about tech layoffs. You see people left and right getting fired. You see these big things in the news. But if you're in a tech company, or any company, to be fair, if you're in any company, um, um, there is a couple of things you should be aware of. And if you keep your eyes and ears open, you will see them coming. You know, so I'll call them like red signs. Um, you will once you have gone through it once, so you can see that coming. But if it's coming, let me tell you what you should look after. Right. The first one is, if there has been a department, whole department, or couple of people from the department that have been let go, um, but your department has not been affected yet, right? Um, it's possible that your department will also be affected at some point in future. If it's January now, and 5 out of 50 people working for your company have been fired, there is a chance that by the end of first quarter they're going to reassess the financial situation. And if there hasn't been enough sales coming in and they haven't hit the targets, then they might come after your department or you. So you should keep that in mind. You see the people getting fired, there is a chance you'll be next. Like, truth, that's the truth. A lot of people will tell themselves, no, I cannot get fired because I'm expired. All sort of lies. You can get fired. Anyone can get fired. So keep that in mind. If you see other people getting fired, prepare yourself. Maybe someone from your department is going to be next. Maybe someone from some other department is going to be next. But you should acknowledge at least that the company is not in a good position, that they're letting people go. All right. That said, let's move to second one. It's this one is easy, and I think most people know this, but there is people who don't. But let's um, pretend that nobody knows. So when you're low on workload, you're kind of inefficient to the company, no matter how long you've been with the company. You know, if there is not enough work, if the people who are supposed to bring work or work on generating enough work are not generating enough work or bringing enough work, then there is a chance that management is going to get rid of the people. There's just not enough money coming in. We're working on small things here and there. We're working on a site that brings less money than what you're paid, and companies going in loss. It's a simple example, but that's how you got to look at it. You're working on a project every day, and it brings so little money compared to what you're paid, or someone else is working on a project, the same situation there. It means you're light on workload, and you should acknowledge it. Like, you are, like, there is no running from it, and you can't do nothing about it either. That's a second red flag. um, Third one is new management. When a company is acquired by some other company or anything, new board members, new management come along, the first thing they'll tell you that they're not going to make any major changes that will affect people. Obviously, they're not going to make changes because they don't understand the company yet. They will work there, and once they understand everything, that they're going to start using their own brain and make decisions themselves, right? So when new management comes in, they might say like, okay, these people have no use. What are the use? And if the current management or supervisor cannot explain the use of those people, then um, um, they're at risk as well. um, I think I kind of mentioned this one, having low workload, but low workload also means sometimes you're working on internal stuff mostly. Internal stuff is 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 like a bonus, right? People who work on internal stuff, they're lucky sometimes. But if the company has no work, no real work, and you're working on internal stuff all the time, not sometimes, all the time, then it kind of means company doesn't have real work, and they're just using your time to show people up that you're being used on good things. So that's another red flag. You're working on internal stuff all the time, and these internal stuff do not bring revenue in. They don't have any use. They don't have any future. You're just there until some real project comes in. You will know if you should ask your management if internal stuff is gonna have an impact. You know. Then I guess the fifth one is, let's fix the camera. Fifth one. There's not much you can do about it. It's just the economy, right? Um, you go out, shop for food, do your usual shopping. Your insurance is going up, rents are going up, food prices going up, everything is going up. That's another sign. It's just a red flag. The companies are going to be affected. Real estate's going to be affected. The places the companies have rented out are going to be they are going to go up in price. I mean, everything's going to go up in price. That means the interest rate might go up as well. So economy is definitely going to have impact on companies. Like for example, right now in 2024 May we're in, so it's definitely having an impact. People who follow economy, people who read news, they should already know when they look things around. For example, this coffee shop had I got a coffee shop locally here, and they used to have four people working at once. Now they have two, so it's pretty obvious what's going on there. Companies saving profits and getting rid of people. If it's affecting these corner shops, then it's going to affect bigger companies as well. It's pretty basic, you know. Then the sixth one is when companies hire too many people. If they have hired too many people at some point for whatever reason, maybe the company was doing well back then, but if you look around in your office and you speak to people, they're like, "What the?" And you question yourself, "What the hell are these people even doing? What do they do all day?" Unless some people are favored, they're not gonna get fired, but a lot of them will. They were hired in rush. They were hired to justify a few things in the company that we do need stuff, um, but they're of no need at current moment because of how the economy is and how the company is performing. If you see a lot of people in the company, you question yourself, like I can do way better job than these guys. What are they even doing? What do they do a whole day? These things can be done in 5 hours, 10 hours. If you're logical about it and you look at it that way, without being biased, obviously, um, again, that's a red flag. It's just too many people in the company, and company is gonna start just trimming all that fat. Um, and then the last one is it doesn't have too much to do with the company itself, but more to do with the management and all. When you do your work, well, I tell everyone, when you do your work, you should show off. Like, you should tell everyone the work you've done, how difficult it was, how all the complicated stuff you had to go through, all the people you had to chat to have this working, right? Get as many people involved as possible, and obviously take the credit if you can. So the last point is, don't be invisible in the company. So sometimes all it takes is one yes, get rid of this person from management to replace, to get rid of you. Like, if your manager tells the senior management, this person is not doing a lot, then senior management will probably believe that. This is why you should show your work to as many people as possible and just not be an invisible person in the company. People should know you, like, oh, that guy who did that thing, that guy who integrated three different systems together. You should be known in the company if you want to protect yourself. But if you're an invisible and your manager, if you're invisible, it really makes your manager's job easy as well when it comes to getting rid of you. All they have to say, yeah, they haven't been doing much, or they haven't been doing um, great work. So then upper management will believe your manager. So yes, be on good terms with your manager, but also um, don't shy away from taking credit or telling people what you have done. You know, carbon copy as many people as you want in email. Let them know what you have done. Take credit. Um, they should be aware who you are, what you do, and you're continuously working on things to help the company. So don't be an invisible person. So that's all I have. If you follow these red flags, just keep your ears and eyes open. Read company announcements if they do in your company. Um, Pay attention to the finances. Pay attention to how many clients you have. um, if if the trend is going upwards, if it's going downwards, then yeah, eventually your job's going to be at risk. But all in all, what I'll say to people in this situation who are scared about getting fired is just be prepared. Update your LinkedIn, update your CV. That's it. That's all I have to say. Best of luck.